It's Week 11 of the National Football League, and the focus is on Courtland Sutton. He was perfect for them a week ago, getting a pair of touchdowns and some massive yardage. It's the Broncos and the Ravens, and it's all up next on EA Sports.
With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Today, we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Raven team as they get ready here. They come in playing pretty well, 6-3 in their last 9 games. Meanwhile, for the visiting Broncos, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And they looked awfully good last week and came away with a 2-touchdown victory. They did have a few reasons for concern defensively, but all in all, they'll take a repeat here if they could get it.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This taken in right around the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They're led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Mac Jones.
I guess we have to nickname him the thrower, aren't we, or something like that.
After last week?
I mean, man, you're talking about over 400 yards throwing the ball. The running backs and everyone else may be looking at him like, hey, don't forget us. And he'd probably just tell him, listen, you want to get involved?
Go out.
Go out and catch some passes. I'll make sure you touch it.
Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. From the 25, here's a 2nd down and 9. Now Jones. This is Ertz on the pitch and catch. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
Yeah, they only allowed 13 points, and you can poll all 32 coaches, and I guarantee you they'd say, we'll take that every single week. Well, let me think about that for a second. Maybe there'd be one contrarian that would say, give me 10.
It goes as a gain of 6, and it's a 1st down. Throwing Jones. Going right side here, and that's complete. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Off play action. Jones. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's unable to haul it in. So it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field. And that brings up 4th. Not the opening possession they were looking for, especially on the road.
No doubt about it, because they wanted to come out and establish a little momentum right away. But now bringing up a 4th down, an empty possession, not what they were seeking.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Number 8, Lamar Jackson, trotting onto the field at quarterback, ready to lead this Ravens offense.
And I thought in last week's game, he found a way to win like a good pitcher without his best stuff. I mean, he did throw 2 interceptions, offset by 1 touchdown pass. Not the ratio, not the numbers you're really looking for as a QB. But finding a way to win, that's all that really matters.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. And the numbers for Andrews last week, 6 catches, 52 yards.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give him 17 on that pickup.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
On first down, they go back to Mitchell. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. They go play action now. Jackson. Wide open receiver, complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Here's Jackson to throw. The short throw caught by Andrews. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. The Ravens at 6-3 on the year. And they come in playing pretty well, 6-3 in their last 9.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
This pass complete. Jackson finding Andrews. And Andrews going to have a Ravens first down as he'll get the ball down inside the 30. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And his throw is incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Throwing is Jackson. That's caught. It's Flowers. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That one goes for 24 yards. Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. Now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone.
Yeah, he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. Second down now. They go option right on second and goal. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down. From the gun, Jackson to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Tucker's kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Now a throw here to his running back. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Back to throw. Jones. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much, do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain of right around 35 yards on a play that started back inside their 10.
At this point on the field, a lot of play callers have a little trepidation. They're just thinking about running off tackle, quarterback sneaks, anything to try and create a little bit of room. But those aggressive play callers, they think to themselves, this is the right place to take a shot. And they do, and boy, are they successful.
Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Just a gain of a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down. Jackson from the shotgun. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 36. A gain there of 21 yards.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game. Well, remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Now it's Jackson. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets him on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick 6.
And I know from experience throughout the week, when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick 6s and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in 1st place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat. Oh, another ball up for grabs here, and this one is intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Partner, I think this one won't arrive very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
So here are the Broncos to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Jones. Got a man open. It's Sutton. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. This 2nd and 4. So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out. And a 5-yard penalty.
False start. Offense.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. The false start hurts him there a bit. Backs him up to 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
He's going to have the 1st down and more than that. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Williams again. And this time he's not going anywhere. In fact, he'll lose yardage back to the 3. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Well, let's see what they do. They're knocking on the door here in the 2nd quarter.
And you know what you look at on your play sheet? Your 2-point conversion plays, because you've drawn up a number of them in today's football. You don't just have 1 or 2 for the game. You have more like 6 or 7. Which one do you like here? Because that's essentially what you're going for right now. That spot of the field, call one of those and go get 6.
Well, on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. An incompletion there on 4th and goal from the 3. And the Ravens come up big down at their own goal line. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their 1st touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
They'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. Here's 2nd and 10. Right back to Mitchell here. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. On 3rd down, here's Mitchell. And he'll be brought down shy of the 1st down marker at the 11. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it? How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that 1st down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. And a 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again. Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a 3rd and about 9 to go. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. Here's 3rd and 9. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
2nd down and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 11-yard line.
Jackson now. And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in.
3rd down and 4.
Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And out will come the offense as they take over. Jones throwing to start the drive. And his throw's going to be incomplete. It's rare that a receiver of his caliber would drop one pass, but that's now 2 times he's had his mitts on one and lost it.
Yeah, and I don't think that they're going to lose confidence in him, though, because of the track record. Such a good player, maybe having a bad game, but I think they'll still go to him in a critical spot.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw. Jones. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. 21 yards there on 3rd down. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively. Make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was out there waving his arms saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. They'll look to throw again. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown Broncos. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. And what I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and that'll give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Raven offense going to take over late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. Jackson on first down. A short throw caught by Andrews. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. On second down, here's Jackson. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
At the 45-yard line.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And that is no good. And they will remain 2 scores down as the difference holds at 11. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, and we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side can play mistake-free football the rest of the way.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Ready for the second half. 14-3 our score as we are back underway on EA Sports. Taking it about the 1. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go.
It's 3rd down and 4.
Here's Jackson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
The slot man in motion right. Now Jackson taps this forward, jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Now a 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Mitchell now off the option. Pushes him over. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. 44 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
And 2.
Jackson. And this complete to Mitchell. And he will have a Ravens first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory.
Not a big run, not an explosive run, but they've held the ball for plenty of plays on this drive. They're just trying to impose their will on the defense right now.
That is caught. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 33. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
First down, here's Mitchell. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. I really enjoy watching Lamar Jackson run those RPOs, Charles, but I'll tell you what, it's tough calling play-by-play because you don't know whether he handed it off or kept it.
Makes you focus, doesn't he? You've got to try and stay with it, and even when we do, we often can get it wrong because our eyes naturally go to him because he creates big plays. But if you're a runner and you're playing with Lamar Jackson, aren't you happy? He creates so much concentration on him, it should open up things for you.
On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal as he's inside the 10 down to the 7-yard line. That one definitely helps as they try to push the ball down the field here, trailing early in the 3rd quarter.
And even though they're trailing, not abandoning the running game. People may call it an adjustment. I think it's just much more sticking to what works for you and continuing to have faith in it. And the running game is starting to pay off.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? Mitchell will take this into the end zone. It's a Ravens touchdown.
No touchdowns for them in the first half, but their defense kept them in this ball game. So now, maybe this can loosen them up a little because they played tight so far, and they get right back in it with a touchdown run.
Jackson and the Ravens still on the field. They'll go for 2. They'll look to throw. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the 2nd half. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. But when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Well, this offense and Elijah Mitchell coming back onto the field now.
The Yeoman's effort on that last drive. 7 carries, got the touchdown as well. And the O-line probably got a little extra oxygen on the sideline in between.
And deservedly so, because they were also calling for him to continue to get the ball, because there's a rhythm that gets established, right? When you're running it well and the back's getting the ball and he's in sync and reading blocks, and the offensive line wants to continue to pound away. Haven't been an offensive lineman yet that likes to pass block more than he likes to run block. In that last drive, we saw the end result, didn't we?
Yep, and all were rewarded with a trip to pay dirt.
Now it's Jackson. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's second down now. They run over center with Mitchell.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. To throw is Jackson. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Tucker's kick is good,
and that will cut the lead down to just 2.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
This is Ertz on the pitch and catch.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Throwing Jones.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd and 9.
They run it again with Williams.
And he's going to have a Broncos first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Jones.
He'll get that one to Carter complete.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. Looking to throw. Jones
on the slant, completes to Sutton.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Back to throw again. That's going to be caught. Touchdown. Marvin Mims, a 20-yard touchdown.
And the Broncos will add to their fourth quarter lead. So a heck of a drive right there with the game potentially hanging in the balance.
A very good drive, and now conversion to make it a two-score game and a solid lead.
Dicker now to tack on the extra point.
And that makes it a 9-point game. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Ravens ready to take over. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. They'll start with a run by Mitchell.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. On the stop that time, it was Josie Jewell. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Jackson. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a first down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Now Jackson on first down. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
On the handoff, Mitchell.
Oh, good move. And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 3. An option give now to Mitchell.
And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Play action. It's Jackson.
Open man is Flowers. He's got it. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. And this is incomplete.
They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And Jackson throwing once more. That's caught at the 3.
And the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown.
Elijah Mitchell. His 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Ravens have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Nice execution there. Good job by the O-line getting him in for the 2nd time.
And you always have to start with credit there when you're having a big game. I mean, you don't get there by yourself. That's rare. But how about the ability to see the proper holes, pick the proper place to go, and find his way into the end zone?
Tucker with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that kicks first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That was for the lead right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the brave. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Had an open man that time and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And taken right on the 30. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead.
He's going to float this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15.
And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10.
It's a big play there for Baltimore. 57 yards.
Well, he already had a big receiving game working, and it's going to get a lot better here. Defensively, they're fortunate this is not a touchdown. But he's just been absolutely unstoppable, and he comes up with yet another gigantic play.
And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on first and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead.
They'll run with Mitchell.
And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on first down.
And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone.
For the lead, here's third and goal. They'll try to run with Mitchell.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
Elijah Mitchell.
His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season.
And the Ravens have taken a fourth quarter lead. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is up to 5. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Denver's offense now set to go. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
Now Jones throwing on first down. This is Ertz on the pitch and catch. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
2nd and 6 coming up.
Operating from the gun, Jones. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they throw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Absolutely ideal there. Get a good size play, get out of bounds.
Well, you saw the coaching there. That is taught and it is emphasized. Get out of bounds, understand your situation, as well as just understanding the game.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Off the draw, here's Williams. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. They'll come up now, 2nd and 9. Now Jones. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing line?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
Jones. And that will be incomplete as well.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Here we go. This is 4th down. Desperation time now. Here's Jones. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down.
Oh, man, they are living on the razor's edge. If this is incomplete, this game's over. Instead, it's a huge pickup. And I think the win percentage calculator is going to have to work overtime here because this game has really had some swings.
Jones. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Ooh, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the hunt.
And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute. What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the 4th quarter.
And, partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Personal foul. Basement. Defense.
Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the 4th. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. Here's 1st and 10. Jackson to throw. Able to locate Andrews here on the out route. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And the Broncos have just about sewn up this football game.
When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
Denver's offense ready to go again.
And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. A little clock management 101.
And they will take a knee here. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. And they take a knee.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your own crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one.
A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for the Broncos, it's a win they needed, if for nothing else in their sanity, as they move to 4-6.
And they will be at home for one next week against the Las Vegas Raiders.
Meanwhile, for the Ravens, it's a bit of a setback as they drop to 6-4 now. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Baltimore, so long, everybody.